It's just a game. Whew, God Lord. It was the game. The game just randomly bugged out. That was weird. God Lord. That was hella weird. Jesus Christ. The game just randomly bugged out. I don't know what happened. It just randomly just decided to bug out. I don't know. Tell me about that. I was like, what the hell? The game just randomly decided to not let me use any of my skills whatsoever. And that was so weird.
Khazan, なぜ私と戦おうとするのだ。真の敵は人間どもだというのに。ボスは自分の姿を見てみろ。なぜそんなことになってしまったんだ。火山、所詮は私たちが救った世界なのだ。それを破壊する権利もまた私たちにあるのではないか。
GG's, that's it. In 4 hours, I was confident in myself in 4 hours. There it is, that's it. We did it, yay. Hey, Bolt.
Khazan! なぜ分かってくれないのだ!
Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. That's it. That's the end of the game. GG's. We can finally move on. We'll come back later for New Game Plus, of course. But, that was a fun game. I enjoyed this game. This was my favorite boss. I actually enjoyed this boss quite a lot. We beat it in 4 hours. Yeah, I'd be curious what the DLC is. Hopefully they don't make it dragged on too long, to be honest. I feel like the game could have been a lot more shorter, to be honest, personally. Actually, that boss was not hard. That was actually a really easy boss, actually. Out of all the bosses or so, it had the less BS stuff, and it was probably the most easiest one. But it was the most enjoyable one at the end of the day. What was it? I think on the second try, right? The second try, I got to its second phase or so. The Empire fell, reduced to ruins, leaving Khazan with nothing. The weight of killing Ozuma with his own hands is now a deep, haunting nightmare that clings to him. Despite knowing there's nothing more to be done, he returns to the place where Ozuma's memory still lives. He's still alive? What the hell? Ozuma's quarters.
Khazan, これ本当に私にくれるのかい? じゃあ、君は私に剣を教えてくれ。代わりに私は君に魔法を教える。私たち二人ならどんな敵だって倒せるはずさ。
It doesn't matter even if I know what I kind of, to be honest, I kind of forgot what he did anyways, even though I did see him, but I kind of forgot what most of his moves did. Yeah, I already did see the boss how it was, but like I was like, I forgot, what does he do again? Because I don't really remember what he did. I was like, I know he did something or so. All I know is that he had like 3 phases. That's all I really knew. I was like, I didn't know what his second phase did the most, to be honest. His third phase was kind of like, kind of knew. I kind of knew what it was, but not really though. Kind of. But I wasn't really focusing on the boss itself. I was focusing on the person playing the great sword. That's what I was focusing the most. I'll show you guys who I was watching. So Dark recommended me the great sword person, so... So she's already dead long ago.
Please, 目を覚ましてくれ。死ね、反逆者が。
あんたなんか救済者じゃないわ。
貴様らのため命を落としてヒスマと戦った代償がこんなものだったとは。
Oh, so he was also framed too as well.
真の悪は人間だ。
So he was correct or so.
オスマ、憎しみに駆られて世界を壊しても何の意味もないというのに。
What do you mean? You just saw his wife fucking died, bro. Are you retarded? God, Lord, why do you hate the world? Why were you in hatred to destroy the world? Bro, motherfucker, his wife died, bro. Fucking Khazan, you can see memories, you dumb diptard. What a stupid question to ask, bro. I swear to... Wow, that's just... Wow, dude, you can't be serious with me, bro. The smooth brain on this man is something, dude. Bro, no. He's like, how, like, why did you do it? No fucking shit, Sherlock. Oh my lord, you can't be serious with me, man. This guy is unbelievable. Oh my god. I swear, dude. True. The day the black moon rose, I came upon something extraordinary. The El Rabakat lab. It wasn't a substance, not in the usual sense. It was more like energy, power, nearly indistinguishable from air yet. When I first discovered it, it bore the shape of an eye. The moment I touched it, an overwhelming sensation and raw power coursed through me. Something I had never experienced before. It was quickly dissolved and vanished as if it has guided me to its presence. The deeper I studied this power, the stronger my magic grows. Perhaps it could even help Khazan defend the Empire against Hismar. This power might hold the key to bringing salvation to the world. Each time I use it, my body burns with an insatiable thirst for power. I see. True, that's the only thing he does know is how to bonk. In the fight against Hismar, Khazan and I risked everything. My strength fell short, and I could barely offer him support. Just as Hismar prepared to unleash his final strike, Khazan lunged at it once more. My dearest friend charges forward, placing unwavering trust in me. How could I ever turn a blind eye to him? Chaos is wild and treacherous, but I had no choice. I had to wield its power, and finally, Hismar fell. Khazan was unharmed, but this feeling of unease remains with me still. My hunger for chaos is unbearable. prophecy. I came across the rumored prophecy of the royal archives. It tells of a song echoing through the emperor's grand hall, praising the two wolves who brought down the Berserker dragon. One day, an aged lion, the emperor, will be torn apart by the fangs of the wolves. It's plain as day that the two wolves represent Khazan and I. Trying to track down the one who dared to utter such nonsense into the emperor's ears under the guise of prophecy proved fruitless. They vanished without a trace, as if they had never existed at all. There's one thing that truly captured my attention. A symbol resembling a tearful eye, and the prophecy matches the mark found in the substance. I discovered it on the day the black moon rose. Oh, wait. Reese. Even with Hismar's death, the paradise I longed for never came. No matter where I turn, all I see is hell stretched out before me. Khazan and Reese are gone, no longer by my side. What was the point of killing Hismar if the only two people I cared about are no longer by my side? What use is being the Empire's greatest mage? There's nothing left for me now. Just a hollow shell, clinging to life against its will. I need to know why the Emperor's guards murdered Reese, but they no longer walk this mortal plane. Their bodies each bore the mark in the shape of an eye, as though they were branded slaves to a master, yet there was nothing to be seen in the eyes. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty neato. Is that it? Is that all that's here? Oh, the painting? There it is. That's the end of that.
その目がなければオズマが混沌に気づくことはなかったのだろう。お前が失った全てのものにその目の存在を感じる。全てを失ったと思ったがまだ一つ残っていたようだな。俺に残ったのは復讐だけだ。
Oh, is he gonna try to find the true mastermind behind this entire kingdom falling, basically? I heard the DLC is coming soon, apparently, so... But I'm just hoping they don't drag it long enough, to be honest. I felt like it's a little bit too draggy. That's like my biggest criticism about the game. It definitely dragged on way too long than it needed to be honest. Well, they're definitely hinting the mastermind that's gonna be in the DLC. That boss was fun though. I enjoyed that boss actually. I actually liked both of those. So Maluka and the final boss are probably like my favorite bosses. You guys said he was gonna be like painfully annoying. Actually, he was a lot more funner, to be honest. He had no gimmicks whatsoever, which I loved it. I loved it. He had like no gimmicks whatsoever. He was pretty straightforward, and I actually loved it. So. You think so? Yeah, I think the mastermind is probably gonna show up in the DLC. I don't know. I think it's gonna show up in the DLC personally. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be in the second game. I doubt they'll make a second game. I'll show you guys which specific video I was watching or so to master the great sword. It took me a while. I should have watched it actually, so I can know what I can do or so when it comes to combos. Probably would have been a lot helpful earlier. You think so? Well, I don't want it to be too long, you know? But we did beat it in 4 hours though, so not too bad. I told you he was gonna die. My arm had to obey what I had to tell it to do, you know? It was gonna obey whether it likes to or not, so... Your mom's fucking is the next boss that I'll be smacking with my BBC. No, my arm didn't act up whatsoever. No, my arm is a-okay, to be honest. The duality of code chat. We'll be playing Withering Waves. We're gonna be doing the Withering Wave stuff, you know? Yeah. It didn't take very long. It was very easy, to be honest. That boss was easy, but it was so fun, though. He had no gimmicks whatsoever compared to other bosses who had annoying-ass gimmicks. Best boss. Probably one of the best final bosses I've ever had to deal with. Better than the one from Liza P, 1000%, so... At least when it came to this boss, I can play my style, not compared to Liza P, where I had to literally you know, change my entire play style, which was really fucking annoying. So. Maluka, yeah, Maluka was a good boss. I like Maluka. Nah, I don't agree with that, to be honest. Wukong or Berserker? Story-wise was shit in Berserker, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I kind of forgot, you know, the story. I kind of mostly forgot about the story or so in this game. I kind of like Wukong a lot more, actually, to be honest, personally. This was fun. Don't get me wrong, this was fun and everything, but I think I enjoyed Wukong a little bit more, to be honest. There's a story? Yeah, there is a story somewhere in there, so... I feel like the OST in this game was a lot more weaker compared to Black Myth Wukong. I know that one girl that we fought or so, the final boss had a really good OST. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it's enjoyable, but I think they gotta get rid of some of those small gimmicky things to get rid of, in my personal opinion. Also, fix the camera for that dragon boss as well. That was kind of dog shit or so, you know. Because I don't think I had any of that issue or so when I was playing with Black Myth Wukong when it came to like, I don't think with camera issue, not to my knowledge anyway. So. I would assume there is a video I want to take a look at with you guys for Berserker Khazan stuff. I wanted to show you guys at the very end, actually, especially you, Dubstep, because I want to know what you think about it. So. But yeah, it was still enjoyable. Don't get me wrong. It was still definitely enjoyable. There's just small, minute things I just dislike about the game itself, though. There was not really a story, to be honest. I kind of forgot about the story after a while, so...